an unusual anger, an unusual weather, no longer a fair weather, a weather that can push them to kill themselves, a weather that made them to hate themselves. Instead of focusing, a weather of distraction, instead of focusing on the war, they are busy quarreling to an extent of slapping each other instead of focusing on the war. They were fighting in one accord. When you see yourself, when you see you and your friend that is working together dividing, pause. When you see people that believe in you withdrawing from you, pause. When you see people that were talking good of you rising against you, pause. When you see things working well, dragging down, and nothing is working again, pause. When the sacrifice was offered, an indignation rose up. An unusual weather came that was against them. No more focus, distraction. No more agreement, but division. And when they saw this,
and they departed from him,
they ran away
and returned to their own city.
Hello, God's people. Dear life is my lecture today. An indignation rose up against them. The war turned against them. Division came in their midst. Quarreling and misunderstanding rose up against them. Lend me your ears. This is not the time to sleep. If you really know whom you are and what you are doing. There are times I doubt. But come to imagine this. People that God sent on Iran. How can they be benched? There is important time. That is when you are dozing off. And you call yourself a man. You call yourself a woman. A child of God indeed. The people that God sent on an errand were automatically disqualified at a point. Even if not that they were a little bit have stayed there. The man will crush them with the 700 soldier he rose up. He will crush them. Come down to their city and finish them. With just only 700. He has empowered himself. Have you ever thought to have an understanding that weather can change against you on a journey? Do you ever, child of God, have you ever thought of realizing when the weather changed? When your God is no longer with you? The strength and the power by which Israelites were sent departed from them. They realized that this thing has started, but they don't know what to do. They have to run away. They did not just return, they ran. They did not just walk back home, they ran away. Most of us die when we could not understand what happened. And we persist with an empty head thinking we have a God. You don't even know when your God has left you. Sacrifices are being offered on earth every day from different angles. It is only one finger that touches the oil that covers the whole fingers. And you do not know that evil invocations are being made everywhere for different purposes. And that the air is taking them out. It can affect you. Some people are busy offering sacrifices against Christianity and against anybody that calls the name Jesus. Why other sacrifices are going on? How many of the sacrifices do you offer yourself? Do you know why Israelites has to run away? They ran away because they do not know what to do. They ran away. Do you know why they were defeated at that point? They were defeated because they do not know what to do. If they know what to do, they would have restored back themselves and hit back the wall. Lend me your ears. In any given time as a child of God, that you don't know what to do, you will be defeated. You must guide against not knowing what to do. Hey, you must guide against not knowing what to do as a child of God. At every given time you do not know what to do, you will face defeat. And this is important. And this is very, very important. They were defeated at that point because they do not know what to do. Do you know why the king of Moab was not outrightly defeated, even though the God of heaven has commanded it? Listen, God commanded something and it didn't finish. God of heaven has commanded it, but the king of Moab was not outrightly defeated. Why? He knows what to do. Can't you see what he did? Because he knows what to do. He didn't ask anybody any question. He went and drew his eldest son and offered him. And indignation changed. And when that indignation changed, if the Israelites know what to do, they would have reacted. And the weather will flew again back and they will hit back. They return back from the journey that was sent to them because they don't know what to do. I'll be talking to you in few seconds in a topic I captioned, Understanding God. Amen? I can't hear the voice of a church. Understanding God. Everybody say, understanding God. That is not the voice of a church. Understanding God. Put to you, one thing is for you to be a child of God. Another one is for you to be summoned in a shrine by an enemy. And you said nothing happened.